Hello, and welcome to CastPod. Today we have an interesting little segment at the beginning here. So we wanted to record, and we thought we would think of some topics, and we've already had some listed that we wanted to talk about. But then when I asked Kevin, like, "Oh, what are some of the things that we wanted to talk about?" He's like, "Do you want to look at the new list or the old list? The list from back in the day, the OG recordings that we apparently never had a chance to talk about." So we're gonna actually run through those live and decide in the moment what we want to talk about, and also try to figure out what on earth we were talking about when we said those segments. So Kevin, if you please.
Okay. First topic is Kevin the car quote unquote expert. I have no idea what that means.
was there a time that you knew a lot about cars?
Never.
Okay.
I do know that the car we used to record in is now dead in a
This is
ditch
true.
somewhere.
Very sad. Rip the beluga.
If we may, I was say, if my parents didn't want to donate it and they were just gonna junk it, I wanted to take the seats out, like the front two seats, in order for us to ever, if we needed to film CastPod on a live set,
We would sit in
we would
those
sit.
seats.
That's the plan. If we ever do CastPod like in person on a set, my plan is I'm gonna go buy some car seats.
I like that. I like
We're
that a
just gonna
lot.
sit in those and
Staying
talk.
true to our roots.
All right, next one is me texting.
Okay, I think I know what that one's in reference to.
All right, shoot.
I think that is about how you used to only text in all caps.
I think so too. It made the letters easier in my defense.
Which you don't do anymore now because on your it was like on your old phone that was just the
I got locked and I couldn't unlock it.
But that was just signature Kevin back in the day. He was the all caps guy.
The best was every time I texted someone for the first time and they're like, "Why are you screaming?"
Why are you yelling at me?
And it was funny because at first it was like, I got my phone on caps locked and I don't know how to undo it. But then like 2 phones later, I was still doing it just for the bit.
Yeah, I remember you. Like, you would purposefully make your letters all caps, and you're like, you don't even have an excuse anymore. You just like doing it, I think.
Yeah, I kept it going.
I appreciate sticking to the bit, but I don't know how much we can really say about that because I think we just did it.
All right. The next one, mind you, the last time we added something to this old list, August 3rd, 2016.
Jeez.
So that was like the last time we probably recorded CastPod.
Probably.
Nuts. The next one is test.
Tests.
Just
Tests.
test.
Oh, test. Not even plural?
Nope, not even plural. Just test.
Was
like
is there one specific test that we took?
Was it just
that we really needed to discuss?
Doing a test podcast? Seeing
testing.
Check 1, 2.
Is that just a reminder that we needed to check the mic?
Did we have a test the following week?
I honestly have no idea. Are we testing positive for COVID-19? Throwback to last episode.
Nice. I was thinking because it's 2016 at the time, so I'm gonna guess AIDS. No, what was the big disease? Was that Ebola? Was 2016 Ebola?
I think 2016 was Ebola.
Was that what we were trying to test positive for?
I don't think we were trying. We were succeeding.
All right. The next one is Kevin the Uploader. So I'm going to assume I had some very big issues with uploading back then.
Do you still have issues uploading?
No.
It's. I guess you figured it out.
It's funny. Like, you get better equipment than just
a cell phone.
A cell phone. like you actually get recording equipment, and it's suddenly a lot easier.
That's crazy.
So,
I would have never guessed.
oh, here's the best one of this entire list.
Oh?
Why does Rhyhorn have fangs?
Yes, that's the one. That's it. We found it.
Alright. Now let's start the discussion. Pokemon and their evolutionary habits. How
Yeah.
did they evolve into what they are now?
Magnets. How do they work?
Will it blend?
Okay, so this is definitely something that we just randomly said one time, and you're like, you know what? That's a good question. So for anybody that doesn't know, Rhyhorn is a Pokemon that's basically like a rock rhino of sorts. Is that a good way to describe it?
It's a rhinoceros made out of rocks.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where's a good like sideways picture of Rhyhorn? I'm trying to find. There we go. I'm gonna I'm gonna very badly put it up on the screen with my lazy editing style.
Good. That's what I need. So if you'll notice on that Rhyhorn, there are two very distinct, what I assume are canines, coming out of its mouth.
Hold on. It's not up yet.
Oh, dang
I don't know where I saved it. I have to refresh this.
Do we? Oh, Kevin's talking to people. Hang on.
Hold on. I put up the technical difficulties being.
Oh, good. As long as people know we're having to.
But we'll. What's it called? I've said already. I love you too.
Aw.
Did you hear me say I love you?
Can we get an aw in the comments?
Alright, turns out the mute button on my mic doesn't automatically mean. It's muted. But on the bright side, the technical difficulties being has been up this entire time.
Good. That's what I need.
Okay, maybe not. So
Is everything going okay?
yeah, I guess so. Bless you. Someone
How
sneezed.
are the wife and kids?
They're good. They're good.
Oh, good.
But yeah, so Rhyhorn is a rock rhinoceros.
Yes, okay.
Stop sneezing over there.
And the thing about it, do we have the picture up?
No, it wasn't saving. I don't know what was broken about it.
All right, well you people at home can Google a picture of Rhyhorn. Doesn't matter. It has fangs, and we're wondering why would basically a rhino have these big prominent fangs on it?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No idea why.
Because it's not, as far as we know, a carnivore, right? Why would it need these big old teethers? And it stays true throughout its whole evolutionary line. Rhydon has some big ones. Even Rhyperior actually has 3 teeth sticking out on either side. So what's up with that? Any theories?
Hold on. I'm able to bring up the entire thing.
Oh, there we go.
I like the finesse of us not having professional editing. It's just me doing it as we record.
That's fun.
All right. So I have the evolutionary line on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it says their names conveniently enough. So it's I feel like Rhydon and Rhyperior definitely give off more of a can be potentially an apex predator vibe.
I can see that.
But Rhyhorn, I'm pretty sure they show explicitly just grazing, like a rhinoceros.
So I have a theory. But first, I will do a Google. What does Rhyhorn eat?
Also, they sound like bears. They used bear
They
sounds
do.
for
Yeah,
them.
they use bear sounds in the show. Oh, okay, here we go. To the surprise of many, all Pokemon of this family are herbivores. Rhyhorn primarily graze on grass, while their evolution will eat leaves from trees as well. Badland-dwelling individuals are known to feed on cacti, rubbing the sharp spines off against their thick armor.
Okay, here's a question, however.
Okay.
So they're ground rocked, correct?
Yes.
Typically, those Pokemon are found in caves and mountains. So it's like, how easy is it for them to find trees in these caves and mountains that isn't
Shoot.
Pokemon?
Oh, it just gets deeper.
And it's like,
The conspiracy of Rhyhorn.
oh god,
It just gets.
we're diving down the rabbit hole now. And then also, it's like, how smart are they? Because like real rhinoceroses are pretty dumb, correct?
Yeah, they're pretty dopey.
Like, do they ever accidentally eat the leaves off of like a weeping bell or something?
Oh, do plant Pokemon count
As
it's like plants?
yeah.
So if a Rhyhorn stumbles upon an Oddish and just chops it in half or something,
Mm-hmm.
like, is everybody just cool with that? Do vegans eat grass type Pokemon?
Right, hold on.
Oh my god, my brain is exploding with theories.
Alright. I'm looking up. I'm doing a Google right now of the Safari Zone in Kanto for Gen 1. Alright, so the only things that, at least in one area, the only things that kind of look plant related, there's Execute, which is a grass type.
There's also eggs, which is confusing.
Why grass?
Why
Parasect.
did a tree lay eggs?
Like mushroom vibes. And then Scyther.
Oh, there you go.
Scyther's grass.
Scyther's bug.
Bug flying, yeah.
But he's green.
I'm specifically checking to see if anyone specifically looks grass-like.
Are there any grass Pokemon?
Really? Actually, it's just to Execute.
So I guess Rhydon and Rhyperior are the bigger ones when it says eat leaf.
Yeah, they're the ones that eat leaves.
They're the ones that are eating the Executes. Or the Exegutors.
Yep.
Wow.
Are they naturally found? Alright, I think, nope. You can only pretty much get one through evolution.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Which generation is this? Alright, so you can find them in the wild areas of the Sword and Shield. With one of the ones it can be found with is Snover. Oh, no. Yeah, no, the same game. So you can find a Snover in the same, which is like a mini tree in the same area as Rhydon.
That's not good for that guy.
Will Rhydon eat Snover unintentionally?
Or intentionally.
That's also true. And then there's Rhyperior, which honestly kind of like a redhead stepchild of the situation. Like really doesn't fit in too well.
Yeah. I'm still stuck on like what if we're talking about classification,
yes,
right? In the world of Pokemon, we have like plants, we have Pokemon,
yes,
and we have humans.
Yeah.
Right?
there's also like machines as well.
Yeah,
Like Bronzong.
Oh yeah, there's like sentient. There's ghosts of things.
Yeah.
There's sentient, like artificial intelligence robot things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang! So like, what does their tree of life look like? How did all those things come to be? That's what I need to know.
In the beginning, when Arceus created
In
Mew,
the beginning, God created the Remington bolt-action rifle to help man defend from the dinosaurs and another group of things.
but
No, continue.
but it's like it's weird because it's like where is the split between plants and the animals? Like, who's the midpoint?
See, that's what I'm thinking. There must not be like a split between plants and animals. It must be like actual like vegetation, plant life, and then there's Pokemon. And Pokemon are just their own thing. Whether they're animal-like or plant-like or robot-like or ghosts. They're just kind of their own Jimmy Jam, as Carter would say.
Nice. So if you Google Pokemon Tree of Life, there we go.
Oh, I've Googled it.
Yeah, you can see that there is a swapping point where it's like it branches off. So it's like there is the ancient soup, as it's called on this one that I'm looking at.
Ancient soup,
which is the Solosis line,
and
then Origin Pokemon, which is like the Lake Spirits, Mew, Mewtwo. Also, for some reason, Swirlix and Slurpuff.
What?
Yep, they're in the Origin Pokemon thing. And then it branches off to one that is the rock-like or earthbound Pokemon, which is like the steel types, the ones made out of rocks, like Avalugg, Nose Passes, and that. Then there's the one branch that leads to the plants, which Snover is the most unevolved, like evolutionary-wise, because it's Gymnosperm. It's a fern. And then there's like Pineco and Fortress, and then there is the plant, the animal side, which the most uninvolved is under fungi, and that is wheezing and coughing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
If we're talking about, and then that leads into insects.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's some jawless fish. And if you want to talk about that.
Bleh.
Yeah. So, like, it's very interesting because the way it's laid out, because, like, you know how it's, like, technically they evolved from this at some point?
Right.
So somewhere down the line, there was a split in the road for Starmie and Starhue, where they magically became either the Electros line, the eel, or Flabebe line.
What?
Or the Drifblim line.
What?
So it's like, what happened?
Hold on.
Yes.
You're telling me the starfish
Yes.
either became a ghost balloon that steals children.
Yes.
An electric eel.
Yes.
Or what was the other one?
Flabebe.
Or a fairy flower.
Yes.
That I need to call Charles Darwin. I have some questions.
And it's all, I mean, this might just be the episode now, but it's also so weird because some of the spots have the legendary Pokemon as like the most unevolved, like the Reggies. They're on the unevolved side of the rock monster Pokemon. However, if somewhere down the line, some Wynots, instead of evolving into Wobbuffets, they evolved into Chinglings and Chimechos. And somewhere down the line from them, they evolved into Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus.
Wow.
So
Anybody who doesn't know Pokemon is
so
gonna think we're
confused.
speaking straight gibberish this entire episode, and I'm okay with it.
And also, Onyx is not considered a rock monster. Onyx and Steelix, they're in the snake category. But where are the Geodudes?
This is funny because this is like weirdly similar actually to evolution.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Where like certain things you think should be a thing, but then they aren't, and you're like, how is this not this? And it's like, well, actually, genetically, they're closer to this thing.
Yeah, isn't it like just how at least the class was laid out? The Geodude line is just in lizards, by the way.
Well, okay.
And I can't forget the moon line in the extraterrestrials.
Oh, of course. You can't leave out the extraterrestrials and the moon.
It's all the pink Pokemon that helped out Nurse Joy at some point, basically. It's
You know,
the
my girlfriend
Clefairy
turned
line.
into the moon.
What'd you say?
You know, my girlfriend turned into the moon.
Amazing.
That's rough, buddy.
Great reference.
Thank you.
As I quote, Flameo.
Flameo and I would hop.
All the time. But like, wasn't it taught to us that like for mammals and mammalogy, it went like elephant shrews and what is it? What's the family name?
Is it Macroscelidia?
Yeah, Macroscelidia. And then like the next closest thing is elephants and pachyderms.
Yeah, there's a group called.
Is that Proboscidea?
Yeah, Proboscidea is the
elephants.
The elephants. There's a group called Pain Ungulata, and that is made up of elephants, so Proboscidea. There's the Hyraxes, Hyracoidea, and the dugongs and manatees, Sirenia.
Which all three are just hilariously different.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous if you look up all three groups, like just how odd they all look. And I actually read a paper on this recently, that specific grouping and how it's like highly debated. Even to this day, I think it's still debated. Like, are these things really? Are they really related? And it's basically there's some characteristics between them all that like group them together, like their teeth and their feet.
Because they all have weird teeth.
They do. They have some weird teeth. If you look at like a Hyrax specifically, actually, I think a Hyrax is a good thing to look at. If you look up Hyrax skull.
All right. Do it right now.
I think I might have just cracked the case.
Okay, I'm looking at a Hyrax skull.
Okay, you see those? It has some really big teeth in the front, right?
Yes, really big incisors. No, are those incisors?
So that's weird, right? Yeah, they're incisors.
Okay.
So that's weird that this tiny little herbivore-looking thing has these big old, almost canine-like teethers. And they're related to big, bulky elephants.
Which have the big tusks.
So what if Rhyhorn is the Pokemon equivalent to Hyraxes?
My God. Here it is. After midnight, the day that First Return episode is set to go up, and we're talking about breaking the code of Rhyhorn.
This is what I go to school for. I'm pretty proud of myself right now.
Because I mean, it makes a lot of sense because think of that. It's got the big chunky teeth. It becomes bigger and bulkier. So in that order, is it?
Yeah.
There is also elephants who have a massive tusk.
Yeah.
And they have so that can compensate for Rhydon. The big tusk can be just smaller teeth on like on the Rhyhorn. And if you look at what's it called? Look at a manatee skull.
Manatee skull.
Their molars have 3 points. You know who else has 3 points on their teeth in the back there?
Me.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know. I didn't count.
Rhyperior.
Oh my god, we figured it out.
We cracked the system. All right.
Rhyhorn is the missing link in Pain Ungulata. It's a Hyrax of the Pokemon world, and I think we deserve a Nobel Prize.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We are going to sit down for it's probably gonna
I'm
be
already
a
sitting.
24-hour live stream or something.
Okay.
And we are going to truly classify
All the Pokemon
in their correct orders.
Oh, I'm so down.
We're gonna go super taxonomic nerd on it.
We should get Tom.
Yes.
To join.
Oh yes, Tom.
I think we
definitely.
need Tom.
He's a Pokemon expert, and he's studying evolutionary ecology, or is that you?
I think he's just regular ecology. I'm doing evolution.
Yeah.
But
so
he still knows his stuff.
he knows more than us about Pokemon as well.
That's for sure.
So let's shoot him a text late at night.
Yes, obviously.
And we'll see. We'll see if we can plan out when this can happen, and we can truly sort out. Rhydon's just considered an odd-toed ungulate.
Yeah.
But
I honestly,
that's not the case anymore.
When we started this, I did not expect to actually find an answer. I really didn't think we would go in and actually figure something out here. I thought it was just going to be some nonsense about why this thing got teeth, and then here we are. And I honestly, I couldn't be prouder.
I think we did a great job. I think we're going to need to really figure out some sort of system that we can label it out as. And then we'll have a really big stream of the 3 of us, you, me, and Tom.
Yes.
And we will sort every Pokemon, and we'll put it up in 8 parts, 1 for each generation.
I'm down.
All right.
Yeah, we got to add them by the generation.
Because I think that also has a factor to play in it as well.
That's true.
And then there's also where you want to classify, do we want to classify the legendaries? Arceus is the technically Jesus.
Jesus.
But do we want to classify it as a Camelid? Because it's clearly a llama?
It's true. But was Jesus a llama?
I don't know.
That'll be for our...
That'll be for the stream.
For our religious podcast coming to you soon. Christian Caspod.
Christian Caspod is Jesus a llama.
Immediately banned from Vatican City.
All right, look at us coming up to a legitimate discovery today.
Yeah, I think, and we taught the people at home some things too. Whether it was about Pokemon or mammalogy, I think we all learned a little something.
All right. I like how they classified dragons off a branch of reptiles as Draconova, or new dragons.
What's an old dragon?
I don't know. They don't really have an old dragon section.
This phylogeny falling apart.
We're gonna do the phylogeny of Pokemon. Boy,
Yes, what you
was
said.
I drunk when I said that.
I think he started to shut down mid sentence. Agreed.
Alright, so after why does Rhyhorn have fangs, which we now know the answer to.
Yep, we figured it out.
Nostalgia. That was the next topic on the list.
Wow, that is the most open-ended thing possible, I think.
So some of them, like that one right there, I believe can be its own episode. Nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm sure we could think of many a thing related to that.
All right, I'm gonna pronounce it as I spelled it. Skadooel. I don't know if it was a
Can I get it in a sentence?
I don't know if Skadooel is supposed to be school or schedule.
Skadoo skade. Do you know the way?
Skadooel. Vacation/travel. It's a lame one.
Oh, I've done those.
Truth or dare.
Dare. I dare you to kiss me.
Discussion topics.
Are you kidding?
No, we literally wrote the word discussion topics.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that was from the game in Joe's basement.
Yeah. That's what that was. And because we looked up some stuff as well.
Yes.
We just Googled discussion topics, and it was like, have you ever had a family tragedy or something like that?
I don't remember that. Elevator.
Oh. What were we doing?
I don't know, but elevator was a legitimate thing that we put up.
I mean, I've had some times in elevators. I've definitely been in them before. But, what could I possibly talk about? There was one time I spent an entire night riding an elevator with Kieran.
A little odd, but
we stayed up pretty much all night, and I was like, "You want to just ride the elevator?" And he was like, "Yeah." That's what we did, literally all evening. Then we met some people. We had some gags, and looking back on it, it was a good time. But also, yeah, I have no idea what drove us to be like, yeah, let's just stay in the elevator.
I do remember when we went to North Carolina, we all would stand backwards in the elevator.
I forgot about that. We're so weird. Why are we like this?
YouTube.
YouTube elevator? Oh no, this is a new topic.
Yeah, no, YouTube is a different
okay,
topic.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like YouTube elevator.
Pet peeves.
Oh, I got plenty of those.
Oh yeah. BuzzFeed.
Is that a pet peeve or is that another topic?
That's probably both.
It fits for both.
Social media is another one.
I have a social media.
Mm-hmm. Memes. That's a good one.
Oh, I do like memes, and we have a new topic that's like that. That's memes that we dislike, or I guess pet peeves of memes.
Yes, I believe so.
We can do that. We can do that right now.
We got one more from the old list.
Sure, let's hear it.
Mind tricks.
Mind tricks?
Yes.
Like the game Mind flex.
I guess so. Also, I'm also looking at the old episodes listed on YouTube.
Sure.
I think we did the the Truth or Dare, because there's episode 12 is called Cast or Pod.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Wow. Good on us not remembering what we've done.
Episode 10, remember nostalgia like it was yesterday.
Oh God, what we did all these. Do we just go through all our topics that we've already done?
Episode 6, Brotherhood of the Traveling Compression Shorts.
Okay, now that I need to listen back to that myself.
Episode 8, Meet Our Pet. His name is Peeve.
God dang it, Kevin. We've wasted everybody's time. Everybody knows these. They've all heard them.
You know what's not listed?
Rhyhorn and why his
Rhyhorn.
Oh my god.
I like the Castbot episode 1, and so it begins with hamsters. Sorry, it's a question. With hamsters?
Yeah, I remember that one because I would know about my pet peeves for hamsters.
Great.
Hamsters and I have many disagreements.
Episode 5, great with girls. Not.
That's true.
That's
I've
a funny
still
one.
got plenty of stories for that topic.
Same. And I've been in a relationship for a good portion since Castbot stopped.
Exactly. Well, how much time do we have left before we continue on any of those topics?
We've got a solid. We're at 36 minutes right now.
Oh, okay. So we can go.
We can still go for about another 24 if we're aiming for like an hour, which is hilarious though, because we spent it just going over our list and discovering the truth behind Rhyhorn.
It's just been us listing topics that we could talk about.
Yes.
Although apparently we have talked about nearly all of them.
Well, we got some more from our current list of the random title generator and making that into the book, movie, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The disliked memes.
Disliked memes, yep.
It just says go through a list of character names. Oh, like, remember the other night where we were going through that list of my gym partners and monkey characters?
Oh, yeah.
And we were just going through that, just doing an entire cast pod on that.
Oh, okay.
And then
I see.
we have some cast pod ranks set up.
We do, and that is something that we will end up doing soon.
So cast pod ranks is just me and Calum. We're gonna make some tier list, and I know what you're thinking. Doesn't everybody make tier lists about the classics like anime, Dragon Ball characters, things like that? Because you're right, they do. But we're going to be oddly specific.
Oh yeah. We're going to be doing the tiers that the people need but never thought they needed.
Yeah, and then some very classic ones that we both know about, like My Hero Academia Class 1.
Yeah.
Hey, like, who deserves to be there? I put down Naruto characters, but that's probably too vague at this point.
Hey, we're a very niche market.
The important things, like Shengang Wu from Shaolin Showdown. Yes. What is worth it? And is the monkey staff the best of the Shengang Wu? Ben 10 aliens. Who is the best and why is it Stinkfly? Overwatch characters, which probably happens a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
Here's probably the best gem that you thought of. Crazy Bones.
Yes, Crazy Bones.
I have that. That's one of the ones set up, actually. I have ready for us to do. Trees. Which is the best tree? Is it oak? Is it pine?
The world needs to know.
Caspada will find out. Friends and Friends podcast. Not Friends the show, but our actual friend group. Who is our best friend? And who do we hate the most and why? Same with our podcast. I feel like that's gonna be a fun one, but also really, I feel like we're gonna have to 100% mean it
Oh yeah.
because I don't
Now
know.
let's just be super serious and just
Let's-
crap on other people.
I'll do it.
Good.
But yeah, that's all we have planned out, or had planned out.
Yeah, now you know. Yeah, now you know how much material we actually have.
We had more in the 3 years ago than we spent when we actually talked about thinking of what to do.
Yeah. It's honestly much easier to just come in with like a really basic thing and then just kind of go. That's all we ever do.
Yep, we Simpsons it.
We do.
We start with one thing, and then about a half hour later, we end up somewhere else, and then a half hour later, we end up somewhere else.
It all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it doesn't. Probably not. We've probably left many a thing just kind of hanging.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
100.
all right.
We've left some. Remember when we tried to start a nature YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
That just got left hanging.
That's it. Yeah. We
Honestly,
had some stuff for that too.
we had some stuff. We had a test video. Once I uploaded the video, I've never actually checked on it again. I have no idea
I'm
how.
gonna be honest. I didn't even know it was uploaded.
I uploaded it, and then I have no idea how it went. I don't know if it even has any views. I don't know. It could be like a secretly viral video that we could technically be benefiting off of, but we're not because
We just have no idea.
we have no idea. And I don't know.
Maybe we'll check it in a few years.
Yeah. And it'd be weird to bring it back, especially with Calum and Danny Save the World.
That's true. Well, if that falls through, then I've already got the other channel set up. Episode 2 of talking about how my channel will fail. Perfect.
We're not saying it's you.
Danny's gonna listen to this and text me and be like, excuse me?
I thought you were committed. Danny's not gonna listen to this.
That's fine. Yeah, we're fine. He's got his own podcast to listen to.
Yeah, Harper and the podcast. Still haven't been on it, by the way.
Yeah, I've only been on it three times.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting for my invite. And the one time that I actually was invited, I couldn't make it due to medical reasons.
Dang.
And here we are again. He's recording online with other people. Don't see him reaching out to me. Just gonna throw that out there.
Again.
Alright.
But anyways, back to being an actual podcast.
Don't like Kevin's salty corner?
I do like it. I am a fan. What do you think we should end with?
Like which topic that we should talk about, or do you want to end with our usual segments?
I think we can run through a quick topic and then do our segment.
All right. Let's see here. Well, I mean, we already took care of the why does Rhyhorn episode.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much our only accomplishment so far.
Yeah.
I think I will say one thing, and I'm sure we can continue the conversation later.
All right.
But it's been on my mind. Baby Yoda is a bad meme. And if you enjoy that meme, you are bad.
Okay.
That is my controversial statement of the day.
You know what? I want to talk to you about that, but I also kind of want to just let it fester a little bit.
You want to just leave it there, see what people say.
Get this controversy likes, you know?
This is how we get canceled.
Castbot canceled. Again.
I just have like a very deep dislike for that meme.
Really?
Not the
Why?
character of the show.
The specific meme.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that? What do you not like about it?
Okay, so first of all, it's like it's a very. I usually don't use this term because it makes me sound like a Reddit verge, but it's a very normie meme.
Alright, you're not wrong.
Like everyone and their mother, and especially their mother, likes this meme and posts it all over Facebook. And it's all the people that are like you remember from high school, you don't talk to anymore, that aren't that funny, that
Mm-hmm.
post this meme, and all of their other friends are reacting to it like, oh my god, this is so funny. He said chicky nuggies. Ah ha ha, it's
Haha,
so
I
mean,
say chicky nuggies.
right?
No, you don't.
So it bothers me because it's all of these really average unfunny people posting this thing like, oh, it was the funniest thing, and so that's part of it, is people like always saying they relate to it, and I hate people posting relatable stuff. Like, I like relatable content,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, because that's, comedies, you relate to something, you find it funny. But like, it's not relatable. Nobody thinks that way. Nobody speaks like that. Nobody acts like that. They like, people think it's cute or it's dumb or something, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's me. I eat 500 chicken nuggets a day." It's like, no, you don't. You don't talk like that.
No.
And it's like, it's the same people who post stuff like, "Oh, I'm not like other girls," and like that
The
kind of stuff.
the
And
I'm
it's like,
not like other girls is probably one of my favorite things to just meme out of nowhere. I do it at work all the time.
yeah, it's funny in an ironic sense, but people post that legit, and it's like, that. No, you're boring, and you're
Mm-hmm.
you are the most average of all of them. And so it's like, it's along that same line of people posting it like, haha, aren't I funny and original and unique? And it's like, no, you're not. You are like a cardboard cutout of a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're
so that's
not
part of
entertaining.
it. And then also, the other thing is specifically to deal with the language, right? Is the people,
Okay.
like, not only is it relatable to people that are boring and annoying, but it's the language that they use in the memes that bothers me. So they use this like cute language, right? Like I said, they said the chicky. I just hate saying it. Chicky
You hate
nuggies,
saying chicky nuggies?
chalky milk, and like all the dumb, weird baby words that nobody actually says out loud. Because what that stemmed from was, not babies, surprisingly. It stemmed from people making caption videos of their pets. You know those.
Yes, the I has cheeseburger, right?
Yeah, it's like that, and people just like took it and ran with it. But like years after it already been a thing. Like, I can has cheeseburger is from like 2009 or something.
No,
Probably no, like
before
far
that.
earlier than that. Um, but like, I'm actually gonna Google it. I'm curious. When did I can? No, I can has cheeseburger meme. Not meme generator origin. I want to make that. 2007 is when that came out, so I wasn't far off. Um, but it's only been recent, in the past few years, that like all of the normal people have been taking that and just like putting it in everything. So like, originally, you'd see a post, you see a cat taking a big step, and then somebody writes, "He taken and big steppy," and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's kind of funny, I guess. It's a weird way to say that, but sure.
It
Um,
works.
yeah, right. And sometimes it's fun to say that and be like, "Oh Lord, he coming," all that.
Yes.
It's funny for a time, but then people started putting it everywhere. Every person who had a pet, a dog, a cat, or whatever, they put these subtitles and be like, it just like everyone did it. And it's so over the top and it's so annoying now because it's everywhere. And it's not, I hate this thing because it's popular. It's, I hate this thing because it's way overdone.
Yeah.
Like it was an OG meme, and now it's been beaten to death by every person imaginable. Like you can't scroll through Facebook nowadays
Without seeing at least
without
one.
seeing at least one of those. And it's just, oh my god, because I just imagine the person, and like in the videos it's not that bad, but when people take like a picture and then they type out a paragraph in that like exact spelling things wrong, capitalizing things weird, pretending that the animal is typing,
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
That's something that drove me insane about where I used to work. Is if someone is leaving their pet for like there for a week or so just so they could go on vacation and stuff. It's like, fine, I get it. But they would just go, it's like, hi, my name is, oh god, who's someone that did it? Oh, my name is Dime, and I'm a rabbit. Please be nice to me. My mama went on vacation. Please
Oh,
take care
no.
of me. I'm just a humble fur baby. Blah, yada, yada, yada. And I was just like, what?
I hate it. I hate it so much. So I hate that,
I hate that too.
and Baby Yoda is just like another iteration of that whole
Yes.
thing. Of
Yes.
people using stupid, somebody taking the time to write out full sentences or paragraphs and spell them incorrectly, capitalize them incorrectly, do all this stuff to make it cute and funny, and it's not, and I hate it. And Baby Yoda as a meme lasted far too long. That thing, like, for like months, it felt like people were sharing those memes,
All the
and
time.
everyone was sharing them, and I just couldn't. And like there was that small subset of the population that was like, I would punch Baby Yoda in the face because they also like hated it, and I
Yeah.
wasn't on board with that. I didn't really care about like Baby Yoda. I cared about the people who are taking the time to make the memes and share the memes. So that is my controversial opinion on that. That is a meme that I hate.
I
And
can
there you go.
understand. Yeah, because it's like there's a certain level that it gets to where it's no longer funny.
Yeah,
It's just obnoxious.
everything has its shelf life, and that just lasted much longer than it needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't original in any way.
No,
It was
it
just
was.
picture of Baby Yoda and dumb language, something about chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
It's like, what? How does it, like, where did it come from?
Where did it go?
It's just a terrible amalgamation of everything, every like bad meme that I just like shoved together.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I
Yeah.
think I've spoken enough now.
You've said your piece.
Yeah, I think I've said I'm ready for the hate mail. I don't even care.
Get ready for them haters.
I'm prepared because there's nothing anybody can tell me otherwise that will convince me. Oh yeah, Baby Yoda's funny.
Okay, hear me out. It's a baby.
Okay, you know I didn't take that into consideration, but now that you said it, I have regrets. I'd like to make an apology video.
All right. Let's get in front of the camera.
Okay.
Look nice.
Oh, did you not start yet? I have to
Okay.
save my sigh for when it starts.
Yeah. All right. And
Okay.
apology.
You know, I really didn't want to make this, but I just. I'm sorry. I need a minute. Does that sound convincing?
Yes.
Nice.
Don't forget to say that you don't blame Caspod or
Oh,
you
right,
don't
right,
reflect
right. I
Caspod.
got it.
All right.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
two.
yeah.
From the
Okay.
top.
Sorry. Can I get my stunt double in here to cry for me?
Yeah, sure. I'll add it in
Cry.
afterwards.
Just imagine like water effects trailing down my face. I look completely normal, straight faced.
Just cartoon tears. Cue
Just
over
one
your
big anime tear running down the side of my head.
cue
That's
over
sweat.
the baby
You know
crying.
Yeah, I'm not sorry to anyone who likes Baby Yoda. I'm not sorry.
That's fair. You don't have to be sorry.
Thank you. Thank you
I will
for
fall to you.
accepting my opinions.
I think it's good. I think it's a nice meme at first, but very quickly overplayed.
Good. I can agree with that.
Very
And I
quick.
think that's pretty good.
All right, we're sitting at 55 minutes.
So now I guess we should do our bits and head out.
All right. Age-old question. Do you want to go first or should I?
I think you should go first.
Oh, stop it.
Okay. I will.
All right. So you're currently 1-1 on. Wait, hold on. I gotta do my very awful switching around of things.
Yep.
Where everything's overlaying at once and stuff. Because why not? So you're currently 1-1 at Real or Fake. So this is the segment where I will present Calum a scenario, and he has to guess if this was a real segment that actually happened in the world of professional wrestling, or if it's something I made up, and it's very real. It could have actually happened, but I just didn't know. So, Calum, real or fake? A wrestler would eat a sandwich on his way to the ring, and he would eat it during slow times of parts of his match. So, like, if he threw someone over the top rope and they were taking a while to get back up, he would reach down to his corner and pick up a sandwich and take a bite or two. Real or fake?
What kind of sandwich was it?
It would vary. When he was a good guy, it would be like the hometown staple. So, like, we're from the Philly area, so it would be a Philly cheesesteak. Like, in the South, they'd have, like, po' boys and things of that nature.
But he was also a bad guy?
Yes.
At some points?
Yeah, he could have been a bad guy where I think they just went, like, with the traditional, like Italian sub or something like that. Typically something with a lot of lettuce, because when you're a bad guy and you have some sort of prop with your gimmick, you're going to use it. I would say you're going to use it to hit somebody at some point in time. And I believe they chose all the shredded lettuce because it makes a very, like, big hit look. Like, kind of like confetti.
Okay, so, and you said he keeps it in his corner. He doesn't like hide it in his leotard or something.
Nope. I think he actually did that once, where, like, people were concerned. It's like, he doesn't have a sandwich, and then he brought it out halfway through the match, and people cheered.
Okay, I'm going to say real. Final answer.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That, sir, is fake.
Are you kidding me? Oh my. I thought it was real for sure because you said when he's a good guy.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, because sometimes they do good and bad. Okay.
Yeah, so that is the first fake one of the segment. And I specifically, like, I chose my words pretty carefully, I felt like, with it. Where it's like, when you asked what kind of sandwich, I specifically made it the hometown type of sandwich just because I didn't want to mess it up if you questioned more on the sandwiches.
Dang.
When he's a good guy. And then when I said a generic sandwich with a lot of lettuce, they do have things like, you know how they have like stunt boards and stuff like that? They do it with like guitars and stuff a lot, so when you hit someone with it, it really explodes. And that's why I focused on the lettuce so much. But yeah, no, that, to my knowledge, is not a legitimate segment. And
Dang.
hopefully one day we somehow get big enough where we can afford a wrestling ring and we can just go through all the fake ones and pretend to be all the fake ones.
See, I think WWE is actually listening to our podcast, and they're like, "Oh, that's good." Write that down.
It's Vince McMahon. He'd be like, "Oh, good shit. That's good shit right there."
Ah, dang it. Okay. All right. Well, now it is your turn. Your turn for the things. So I have one word for you.
All right. What is the Dingus Dictionary of the week?
I think that you will know the definition of this one, but I don't think you can spell it.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Okay. Your word is annihilation.
Oh, no. So, annihilation is to, like, completely obliterate and destroy something or someone.
Correct. The literal definition is complete destruction or obliteration.
Oh, nice. But the spelling. Can you spell it out for me?
Yes. Let me spell it.
All right. Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
A-N-H... No, wait. A-N-A-H-I-L-A-T-I-O-N.
Pretty close.
Dang.
It is A-N-N-I-H-I-L-A-T-I-O-N.
Okay, so I see no difference between the way I said it and the way you said
it. There were some differences, I promise. Yeah, so that's a word that I've always had trouble spelling, honestly, because it doesn't seem like that's how it should be spelled.
You know what the hard... I still remember what the hardest word for me to learn throughout elementary school to spell was.
People?
No. I actually had that down. Special.
Oh, special.
I still struggle with it to this day.
What about separate?
I think I usually do good at that.
That was one that we had a book titled A Separate Piece, and none of us could spell it because we didn't think it had 3 A's in it.
Okay, maybe I don't know how to spell separate.
2 A's in it.
Was that one of those words that your teacher just, like, got super pissed about? Like, how can none of you spell this?
Yes, exactly. She's like, we're literally reading a book with this title and you can't spell it. And we're like, hey, man, I read the book, not the title.
There's multiple separate pieces of this. See, I tore up the book.
Come on. Also, that book was trash.
I believe so. I don't think I read it.
It was like some dude who was in like a training camp for like war or something.
Oh, was this the one we read in middle school?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
And he made friends with this kid, and the kid was cooler than him, and then the kid just had a series of unfortunate events and died.
Yeah.
Like, he broke his leg, and then he was alright, and then he fell downstairs and broke his leg again. Or
yeah, and he was in the wheelchair.
Then he got sick, and then he died.
Yeah, like, literally worst luck ever.
It's like, what the heck? Like, this was the only likable character. The protagonist is not likable, but this guy's cool, and he just dies. Everything terrible happens to him. Sorry, spoilers for anybody that wanted to read A Separate Piece, I guess. But, like, Yeah, that book was not fun. Actually, before we end, you know what book I was thinking about the other day? I don't know if you read this one.
Which one?
It's stuck with me forever. It's called The Thief of Always.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, we're going to talk about it in the next episode.
I actually wrote that down on the list. We retell school required readings from memory.
Yes, because I have many a story of those books.
I don't.
A lot of them left some thoughts in my mind, and The Thief of Always is probably, I would say, it's one of the most influential books of my forced reading history in school.
Yeah, no, my issue was something on the lines of I never read the books.
That's fair. There were certain books that I read some of and never finished, or read Spark Notes.
Yeah,
Even I can only read so much, and I like reading.
It was very understandable for me to be like, I think there was a class or two where, like, an English class or two where it's like almost all of our friends were in like one of these two classes.
Yeah.
And then there was me in the class, like, literally like all the screw up kids and some of the higher functioning autistic kids, and then me.
Oh my god.
But that's a story. That's more stories for that episode.
It is hilarious how we never had a class together.
No, not till college, really. Or we had some in 8th grade. I know that.
Oh yeah.
But then 8th grade, and then I don't think we had a single class again together till college.
Pretty much.
Which is pretty nuts.
It is.
All right.
But anyways, yeah. People, your reading assignment for next week is to read The Thief of Always, and then we're going to discuss it next week. Okay?
And just like that, I'm gonna listen to what you say, vamp off that about a little bit, and go, that was my favorite part too.
At least read the Spark Notes.
Nope.
No, come on.
I'm gonna have my girlfriend read me the Spark Notes. She likes to read.
God dang. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
Oh my god, Gecko just ate. Wait, we gotta plug everything.
All right. Okay. Do we need to plug everything? Can we just put everything in the description?
I mean, we can. Just check out our live streams. Twitch.tv/Bally for me.
Twitch.tv/VannyD for me.
Yeah, Twitch.tv/VannyD for the better content. Check out our gaming videos on CastPod Games.
Yes.
You can just click a link to go there. Our friends have things too. Check out all the things.
Everything will be linked in the description.
Don't forget to either tweet, either wearing some of the merch from the store that's been listed in the video, to CastPod Tweeter, or hashtag Gobbledygooker with your favorite Gobbledygooker memory, or your favorite Gobbledygooker merchandise, action figure, picture of it. We need pictures of the Gobbledygooker.
We need to bring back Gobbledygooker.
That's the goal. All right, till next time.
Bye.